I am at the Bragg Reservation, which is a Civil War spot on top of Missionary Ridge. Now, when you're coming from my house, which is on the eastern side of Chattanooga, and you're going downtown to the west, you'll take Interstate 24 and it will go over something called the Ridge Cut. That's the Missionary Ridge, and that's where we are right now. We concentrate a lot in Chattanooga on Lookout Mountain, Point Park, Craven's House, all those areas that really sort of turned the tide of the war. But Missionary Ridge also played a huge part in that. And this is a story of massive failure on the part of the Southern troops. The Confederate troops are under the command of General Braxton Bragg. And General Bragg made a couple of strategic errors here on Missionary Ridge. First of all, he set his headquarters up at the geographical top of the mountain rather than along the most advanced military line along the mountain. And second of all, he was smack dab in the middle of his own line. So he had very little control over the movements along both of his flanks. But in November of 1863, Ulysses S. Grant ordered the attack on the rifle pits at the base of this ridge. And you can't see the base of the ridge from here, but Union troops attacked the rifle pits at the base of the ridge and routed the Confederate soldiers there, who retreated up the hill to the top up here. Once they had taken the rifle pits, the Union soldiers, without direct orders from anybody, followed the Confederate army up the mountain and completely overran Bragg's Confederate headquarters here on Missionary Ridge. And as a result, the devastation of that attack had such a demoralizing impact on the Confederate troops here that they retreated even further. And this battle really helped lead to Chattanooga being taken by the Union Army. The Union's capture of Chattanooga was huge as a strategic advantage in the war. They controlled major rail hubs for supplies, and it was the fall of Chattanooga to the Union soldiers that led eventually to Sherman's march on Atlanta, which led quickly to the downfall of the Southern armies. People don't come up here very often. This is a little tiny park commemorating this battle, and over behind me there are now very expensive condos being built and all of that. But the ridge has several of these kinds of places along it that are all really, really important in the history of Chattanooga. And hopefully over the next few weeks we'll visit a few more. I've been wanting to go back up to Missionary Ridge for a while now, but the rain has just been horrendous. It was not possible to go up there for a while. I found this little park. I'd been there years ago and almost forgot that it was there. And those kinds of places are just sort of sprinkled all through Chattanooga. Sometimes we just get so caught up in living life that we forget that the rich history, American history, that we have right here in this little town. Couple of things about this video before I let you go. Number one, I decided to film this in ProRes log for two reasons. One, the sun was so bright when I was standing in the sunlight compared to standing in the shadows. And I wanted to have this wider spectrum of light to work with so that my editing could sort of balance the two out. And secondly, because I still need to practice editing ProRes log footage. And this was some of the easiest that I have done so far. And it's not something I want to do every video, but it is something that I will do when I want to take time to make a better video. The other thing about this video is I decided to just leave everything in the car. No microphone, no stand, no holder of any kind. The videos of me are just me holding the phone out here in front of me. The videos of walking, I turned on the sports mode and just walked along with the camera. Turned out fairly smooth. I was pretty happy with that. And so it was really just, I set out with this thought in mind. I've been adding things all along, to make filming easier. And I need to go back and show what can be done if you don't have anything but a phone. And this is that. I didn't adjust any of the volumes. I didn't run any sound through Adobe Podcast Enhanced. The only thing I did was edit the color because I filmed it in ProRes log. And this is a type of video that anybody can make. No, it didn't have video of me walking across the scene or, looking at stuff. Can't do that unless you have something to hold the phone. But I just sort of wanted to go back and once again highlight the fact that if the phone is all you have, use the phone. So let me know what you think in the comments, and we will see you again, as always, tomorrow.